Hi students, a very pleasant and warm greetings to you all. Hope you are doing good. Last session we have seen about digital certificates, right? In this session we are going to see about digital signature. Okay, this digital certificates and digital signature, these all will come under authentication technology, right? Last session itself we have seen about authentication technology and encryption technology. These authentication technology, encryption technology, authentication protocols, these all will come under the security technologies in e-commerce transaction, right? In encryption technology, we have seen about symmetric key encryption, asymmetric or this public key encryption and all, right? And before that, we have seen the dimensions of e-commerce security also. What are the dimensions of e-commerce security? Here we have seen some elements: authenticity, availability, completeness, confidentiality, effectiveness, integrity, non-repudiation, privacy, reliability, reviewability, right? So these are the dimensions or the elements of this e-commerce security. And before that, we have seen about types of e-commerce threats and about the e-commerce security systems and all, right? What are the types of e-commerce threats? Information leakage, tampering, payment frauds, malicious code threats, distributor denial of service attacks, cyber squatting, typo piracy. These and all we have seen, right? And in this session, we are going to see about the security technologies in e-commerce transaction. Okay. Here we have seen already about this encryption technology. We know what is encryption, right? Here in this encryption technology, we have seen about symmetric key encryption and asymmetric key encryption. Asymmetric is public key encryption, right? And then today we are seeing about this authentication technology, right? In authentication technology, we saw two signatures or two authentications are achieved in this authentication technology. One is digital signature and another one is digital certificates, right? Last session we have seen about digital certificates. We know what is digital certificate. It is a electronic document which is used to prove that the person is the owner, or that is the electronic document which is used to prove the ownership of a public key, right? This certificate will include the information about the identity of the sender, and it will have a digital signature and a public key also, right? Here we have seen in this digital certificates, we have seen the X.509 PGP, that is pretty good privacy, right? Pretty good privacy, PGP, and X.509. These are all we have seen in the last session itself. Now we are going to see about digital signature, right? Digital signature, this is a mechanism. This is used to verify the particular digital document or a message or a transaction, whether that is authentic or not, right? To check the authenticity, we are using this digital signature, right? Last session we have seen about digital certificate. This digital certificate are being issued by a licensed certifying authority, that is CA, right? Certifying authority, will say it as CA, that is SafeScript, TCS, MTNL, eMudra, or some of the authorized certifying authorities, that is CA under the Government of India, right? This is about digital certifying. And now we are seeing about digital signature. Signature means it is a mechanism that is used to verify the particular document or that digital document or a digital message or a transaction is authentic or not, right? This provides the receiver the guarantee the message was actually generated by the sender or not, right? That authenticity is created using this digital signature. It will check whether the message or the data is from the original sender. They'll check the identity of the sender, and then they will be giving the guarantee to the receiver that the message or the data or the thing was actually generated by the sender only, right? It also confirms the information originated from the signer, and this has not been altered by any cracker in the middle. That also this digital signature will check, right? These digital signatures can provide the added assurance of the evidence to the origin. That is, if some assurance are added to the content or the message, this digital signature will provide that added assurance of the evidence to the origin, identity and status, right? Not only that, but also the acknowledging the consent of the sender also, right? This digital signature will provide the full details of the sender's identity, right? In short, if you say this digital signature is like when you are giving a letter, you will be having a sign, right? So this same in that way only, digital signature is the digital digitally we are checking the authenticity, right? This digital signature will use a standard for a worldwide acceptance, right? It will have a format, and that is called the public key infrastructure, right? This will provide the highest level of security and universal acceptance. That means this digital signature will be accepted universally. That is, worldwide acceptance is there, right? In many countries, this digital signature will have the same legal significance as the traditional forms of signed documents. In our tradition and all, when you are writing a letter, we'll sign in the bottom, right? Bottom of the page will have the signature. In the same way, here digital signature also does the work in the same way, right? This have the same legal significance as the traditional forms, right? These are widely used for avoiding the forgeries and all. Some for important documents and all, sometimes some will be doing some illegal activities and all, right? Some they'll be creating the fake accounts, fake documents, right? To find out the fake documents, this digital signature is playing a major role, right? Here, for important documents like financial documents, credit card data and all, here we'll use the digital signature, right? So we have seen about the digital signature and digital certificates. Now we'll see the difference between this digital signature and digital certificate. Okay. Digital signature, this is a mechanism which is used to verify the particular digital document or the particular data or message or the transaction, whether that is authentic or not, right? They'll check whether the content or the message is from the uh, original sender or not. That is digital signature. Digital certificate means this is a computer file. This is official. This will approve the officially. It will approve the relation between the holder and the public key, right? It will have a particular public key and the certificate of the holder, right? This relationship will be approved officially for a computer file, right? That is digital certificate, right? Digital signatures are used to verify the trustworthiness of the data which is being sent. Digital certificate means that are used to verify the trustworthiness of the sender, right? Digital signature means it will be for the message or the data or the thing which is sent, right? Digital certificate means that is to check the uh, trustworthiness or the check the sender, right? The identity of the sender, right? Digital signature is to ensure that the data remains secure from the point it was issued and it was not modified by the third party. Here, in this digital signature, it will check whether the data or the document or the message is cracked by a hacker, or if someone is in between, and whether they are altering the document. That one also is checked in this digital signature. This digital certificate binds a digital signature to a entity, right? This digital signature will provide the authentication, non-repudiation and integrity. But here in digital certification, it will provide the authentication and security, right? Digital signature is created by using a digital signature standard, that is DSS. This uses a SHA-1 or SHA-2 algorithm for the process of encryption and the decryption of a particular message, right? This DS, that is DSS, Digital Signature Standard. This only creates the digital signature. This uses SHA-1 or SHA-2 algorithm for the process of encryption and decryption of the message, right? Digital certificate, this works on the principle of public key cryptography. That is the standards, the PKCS, public key cryptography standards. This creates the certificate in X.509 and PGP format, right? PGP is pretty good privacy, right? Here in digital signature, the document is encrypted at the sending end and decrypted at the receiving end. This is done using the asymmetric keys, right? Here the encryption is done at the sending end and the decryption is done at the receiving end, right? This is done using the asymmetric keys, that is public key, right? Here in digital certificate, this consists of certificate owner's name and a public key, and it will have a expiry date, a certificate authority's name, certificate authority's digital signature and all, right? This and all here in digital certificate, right? So we have seen the difference between digital signature and digital certificate. Are you clear about this authentication technology? Next we are going to see about this authentication protocol, right? Here at present we have two kinds of security authentication protocols which are used widely in this e-commerce. One is secure electronic transaction, that is SET, and the next one is SSL, secure socket layer. Secure electronic transaction, that is SET, and secure sockets layer, that is SSL. These two are the classifications in this authentication protocol, right? Here now we are going to see about this SET, that is secure electronic transaction, and secure sockets layering, SSL, in this session, right? First, let's see what is secure electronic transaction. Secure electronic transaction is a security protocol for electronic payment which is done with the credit cards, right? If it is in particular, if you say it is when a transaction is done online, right? This SET, that is secure electronic transaction. This is developed in the year 1996 by Visa and MasterCard with the participation of GTE, IBM, Microsoft and Netscape, right? This secure electronic transaction. This is developed in the year 1996 by Visa and MasterCard, right? This implantation of SET, that is secure electronic transaction, is based on the use of this digital signature and the encryption of the data which is transmitted, and the asymmetric and the symmetric encryption algorithm and all. This SET, secure electronic transaction, this also uses the dual signature, that is two signature, which is done to ensure the privacy, right? The SET, secure electronic transaction purchase, involves three major participants, that is it will have a customer, a seller and a payment gateway, right? Whenever a transaction or an online purchase is done, there will be a customer, a seller and a payment gateway, right? Here the customer will share the order information with the seller, right? But they will not give or reveal the payment gateway there. The order will be uh, given to the seller, right? When you are ordering a dress, you will be giving the order to the seller, right? Without the payment gateway. Also, the customer will share the payment information only with the payment gateway, but not with the seller, right? If you are buying a product in any online website, or if you are buying a product to a person, from a person, you will not give the payment details to that person. You will do the payment in any one payment app, and you will be just sharing the screenshot, or you will be just saying that you have shared the amount, or you have sent the amount through this payment gateway. Like that only you will be saying it to the seller, and you will not be sharing your payment details with the seller, right? So with this secure electronic transaction, the credit card number or the details of the payment may not be known to the seller, and this will be stored in the seller's file, or they cannot recover by a hacker also, because you are giving the payment details or the information about this payment to only the payment gateway, right, or the app only you are giving your details. The seller will get only the amount, not your payment details, right? This secure electronic transaction protocol guarantees the secure of the online shopping, or it will give you the security when you are doing a shopping using a credit card in an open network, right? It has the advantage that it will ensure the integrity of the transaction data, and also non-repudiation of the transaction. So here it has become the internationally recognized standard for credit card online transaction, right? This system will have some key features, right? This uh, secure electronic transaction protocol guarantees the security of the online shopping when it is done in an open network, also using a credit card also, right? Here they have some key features. Let's see the key features in this secure electronic transaction. Okay, using this public key encryption, the private key encryption ensure the data confidentiality, right? This here they have public key encryption and private key encryption, right? So this public key encryption and private key encryption ensures the data confidentiality, right? And the next feature is they use the information digest technology to ensure the integrity of the information. They use this technology to ensure whether the information is correct, whether it is fake or the right one, right? Dual signature technology to ensure the identity of both parties in the transaction, right? Dual signature technology is used here in this secure electronic transaction, right? This is done to ensure the identity of both the parties in the transaction, right? So we have seen about this secure electronic transaction, and now we are going to see about secure sockets layer. Okay, the most common cryptographic protocol is this SSL, that is secure sockets layer. Okay, this is a hybrid encryption protocol for securing the transactions through this internet. Okay, the SSL standard was developed by Netscape in collaboration with the MasterCard or the Bank of America, or MCI, and Silicon Graphics, right? This SSL standard was developed by this Netscape in collaboration with MasterCard, Bank of America, MCI, and Silicon Graphics, right? This is based on the public key and cryptography only, and this process will ensure the security of the data which is transmitted over the internet, or which is done online, right? This principle is used to establish a secure communication channel, or the encrypted channel between the client and the server after the authentication step also, right? First the authentication is done, and the security is ensured for both the client and the server, and also for the communication channel also, right? The SSL system acts as an additional layer to ensure the security of data which is located between the application layer and also the transport layer, right? In TCP, for example, a user using an internet browser to connect to an SSL secured e-commerce site means it will send the encrypted data without any more unnecessary manipulation. There won't be they won't ask any details of you, but it will check the security, whether it is encrypted, whether the data is encrypted, whether the seller and the customer is secure, or whether any fake accounts are there. They'll check it, and then only they'll proceed for the transaction or the data transmission, right? Secure sockets layer, this was renamed as transport layer security, that is TLS, in the year 2001, right? This SSL was renamed as TLS, that is secure socket layer was renamed as transport layer security in the year 2001, but still it is popularly known under this SSL in that name only. Right, this TLS, that transport layer security, differs from this SSL, okay, in the generation of symmetric keys. Nowadays, if you see, all the browsers in the market will support for this secure sockets layer, and most of the secure communication are proceeded through this protocol, right? This SSL works completely hidden for the user who does not have to intervene in this protocol, right? Only thing the user has to do is they have to make sure the URL start with this HTTPS colon double slash instead of HTTP, right? Here this yes means that the URL is secured, right? This also proceeded by a green padlock, right? So we have to check that whether the URL has HTTPS, right? Some URL will start with HTTP, right? That is not secured. If that yes is there, HTTPS means it is secure, right? Let's see what is a 3D secure. 3D secure means it is a secure payment protocol through which is done through online. This is developed by Visa to increase the level of transaction security, and it has been adapted by MasterCard also. It gives a better authentication of the holder of payment cards, right, during the purchases which is made in any website or which is made online, right? The basic concept of this XML based protocol is to link the financial authorization process with an online authentication system. This authentication model comprises of three domains. That is, it has a acquirer domain, it has a issuer domain, and it has a interoperability domain, right? These three are the domains, and so this is known as a 3D secure, okay? It has acquirer domain, issuer domain, and interoperability domain. So it has the name as 3D, right? So this is 3D secure, right? Are you clear about this 3D secure? It is a payment protocol online, and it was developed by Visa, and it was later adapted by this MasterCard also. It gives the better authentication of the holder who is doing the payment, right? And it is used for doing the purchase in online websites also, right? So this is about 3D secure, okay? Why it is called 3D? It has three domains: acquirer domain, issuer domain, and interoperability domain, right? So we have seen about secure sockets layer and secure electronic transaction in authentication protocol, and before that we have seen about digital signature and digital certification. This is inside authentication technology, right? Before that we have seen about security technologies in e-commerce interaction, that is in encryption technology. It has symmetric key encryption, asymmetric key encryption, that is public key encryption, right? So we have got the clear idea about this security systems in this e-commerce, right? You make sure read this chapter before moving on to the next chapter, right? Thank you for your valuable time. Stay home, stay safe, take care, bye.